long day, long tournament. And, you know, we just got to be able to battle back and keep my head up and get it done. It was awesome to light it up in front of USA and with a pin, get the crowd going. So that was truly amazing.
Yeah, talk about when your goals are set on gold. Coach Burnett spoke of that this afternoon, how a lot of our greats have found a way to regroup for bronze. Talk about how hard that is.
Yeah, you know, it's a tough thing to do, especially when you want to win gold. And, I mean, throughout my career, I've had upsets, and I've kind of got accustomed to, you know, it's not a good thing. I don't want to get accustomed to it at all, wrestling back and third. It's no fun, but, you know, I've been able to keep my head up and thrive and get it done. So, you know, just got to stay positive and have great coaches in your corner, and you'll get the job done.
What was your reaction when you saw him fall on his back? You don't seem a little surprised that he was falling on his back and you just jumped on him.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of just regular, you know, instinct action. You're wrestling all the time, something you kind of feel. The first shot he shot with his arm up, and I caught him in that time. The second time, I actually caught him and he landed on his back. So I thought he was pinned the first couple of times, then he kept moving. And I was like, oh, man, this guy's about to get off his back, and we're going to be trying to wrestle again. So I put him all into it, get my chest down, pressure on him, and get the fall.
James, just making this team has been hard for you, taking you back to July. Were you ever afraid this night was not going to happen?
No. The first time at World Team Trials when I got it done, I wanted to wrestle that day, Nick Marable. But there was a little question, you know, just because in advance my family came out, we had tickets, you know, promised to people, hotel flights and stuff booked. So that was a little afraid, so that even pushed me harder. Like, I gotta make this team. I can't go back to my mom like, hey, you gotta cancel those tickets. Like, I couldn't do that, so I had to get it done.
You mentioned a crowd. Can you talk about how big of an effect that was today?
Oh, it was awesome. You know, me and Jordan, we were kind of wrestling at the same time, and I would hear him, you know, the crowd yelling for him, getting a 2 or a takedown, and then I would get one, and then they would be screaming again, so it was awesome, you know, fired me up. Then the one time, he actually came out after me. He got off before me, and then I just put it on the guy and, you know, go off the mat. So those kind of things, you know, keep us going. The fans were awesome, and we had a lot of Nebraska people here, so it was amazing.
Steamrolling people all day to that semifinal. You run into Yazdani, he's an absolute bull. What do you take from that match? You know, he's pushing, coming after you.
Oh yeah, you know, it's kind of similar to me and Jordan. You know, we have our our style that people can't prepare for, and you know, you got to be able to practice. I practice with Jordan, so I'm used to his style. You know, Yazdani, he has a good tactic moving forward and underhooks, and it's something I, you know, got to work more on, obviously, and just be able to stop that and get my stuff going. So, you know, I'll be prepared for next matches, and a lot of Iranian wrestlers are good at underhooks and pushing out. So it's something I have to prepare for if I want to, you know, go to Rio and win the title, win more world titles.
I mean, the question, you know, I assume you're going down. I can only assume that, but are you going down?
Oh yeah, yep. Well, I'll be planning to go down to 143, and I was down 145 2 years ago. So it's a cut, but it's doable, and you know, we got a great plan, a great system, and I'll be down quicker. You know, still the same strength, and looking to dominate guys.
Did you make Chamizo at 65 kilos? He won the World Championships in a loaded weight class. Is that huge confidence for you going into Rio?
Oh yeah, it's huge. You know, just going to this tournament alone. You know, I wrestled him, you know, a couple months ago, and obviously he was different here than he was a couple months ago, and I knew I was different. So, you know, that gave me confidence. Like, I can go in this tournament and, you know, get a medal. I wanted to win gold, but I got bronze. But still, with Chamizo winning, that just gives me even confidence looking forward to 2016. So.
You mentioned you and Jordan. Did he make you better? Did you make him better? What was the tassels like between the two of you in the wrestling room?
Well,
Did you guys ever go at it? Just 100%?
Yeah, we go at it all the time, and usually sometimes during the season, because I'm just coming out of college, where he's not wrestling freestyle as much during our wrestling season. We can go sometimes, we drill, but I'm a little bit smaller, you know, wrestling 157. So coming into the summer World Team Trials, we trained a lot, you know. We got to be true teammates because we knew we were going into battle together. So we trained a lot, and then coming into this, we got to get our training partners. Tyler Berger for Nebraska is going to be 157 this year. He's my training partner, and people like that in the Nebraska room, we have a great room, and they just make us better. All together, Robert Kokish, Tyler Berger, Jordan, Brian Snyder, you know, everyone's in the room helping each other.
You mentioned that you were wrestling college folk style earlier this year. What has the transition been like going to freestyle? I know you competed, last year, but
Well, this is my third year wrestling from college to freestyle. So my first 2 years, it was kind of difficult just because I didn't have freestyle experience. So when I got this year, it was a bigger break between the NCAAs and US Open, so I got to train more and focus on freestyle, whereas last year was like 2 weeks. So it's kind of a big thing to make adjustments and get used to possibly giving up points if you go over your back and learning the position. So this year was really easy transition, just more mental and focusing. I took third at the US Open, came back and won World Team Trials. So that little transition right there, that couple months was huge, and I got a lot better. I just been getting better. That's what I plan to do.
James, three medals for Jersey, for Team USA.
Oh yeah.
Lee James and then you two guys. Talk about Jersey wrestling.
Jersey wrestling is awesome. Right now I'm from South Jersey. Jordan's from South Jersey, and if you're from Jersey, North Jersey usually gives produces more wrestlers, tougher wrestlers, just because South Jersey isn't as populated with the clubs. North Jersey's surrounded with clubs. They have guys. You can go to any room and everyone's good. South Jersey, you got to kind of pick and choose. So coming from South Jersey, I would go to North Jersey and drive all the time. So it's awesome to see that South Jersey wrestlers can produce and win national titles like Jordan, be All-Americans, and then win world titles and get world medals. So it's awesome coming from Jersey. Jersey tough. That's what we say.
Mark Hall, training partner. You're from South Jersey. Jordan's from South Jersey. Mark Hall's from Michigan/Minnesota. You guys see him. Are you staying in Nebraska to train?
Oh yeah, I'm staying in Nebraska. I'm actually still in school, so I wrestled 4 years straight, then a red shirt, and like I said, I wrestled all summer, going to freestyle and stuff, so I didn't get to take any summer classes. So I graduate in May, and then I'll be looking to train specifically freestyle out there. And it's going to be, we got Jordan, we got me, got Berger, Kokish is still out there, Jake Suflon. We have a number of guys that can help, make us better and produce more world medalists, world champions.
We'll definitely Mark Hall in.
Hopefully.
What does Mark Manning do for you and Jordan?
He's been around for the longest. He's seen all types of different wrestlers, different styles, and he knows how to make us better in the positions that we need a little help with, keeping our hands in front and not just trying to use our speed, but use our hands and our speed together. Moving guys and getting them out of position. And he's just a great coach. Gives you inspiration. Keeps your head up and keeps you want to work hard. I remember just a couple weeks ago, I had to wrestle with Nick Marable when we found out. I had just got done back from Spain, and I wanted to take a couple of days off. And Manny sat me down, had a talk. We were in the room the next day, and I was grateful. It's those kind of things that Manny does for me and Jordan and the rest of Nebraska. Just help us get better, not only in the room, but out the room as well.
Want to talk about when you first started and when you got hooked in wrestling and maybe your first medal you won in a tournament?
I first started at 6 years old, and I don't think I got a medal until I was about 8, just because I'm coming from a non-wrestling family, and when I first went out, I was just having fun, winning, losing, crying, but then as I got older, I got more competitive and wanted to get medals and always wanted to get my hand raised, and that's when it started from there. I didn't start wrestling freestyle though seriously until about college. I went to Fargo in high school, but didn't know anything about freestyle. Just thought I could take people down and that would be it, but that wasn't the case. So started training freestyle in college, and I loved it. And I think it helps with folk style and freestyle. Doing both of those things, it makes USA better going against international guys. So it's great. I love the sport.
How does it
That
help you
opening
to have?
point, that opening point that you had and pushed the mat off the mat, at that moment did you say, I got this guy?
I knew I got that guy as soon as I stepped on the mat. So, my head was in the match, head was in the moment, and coming off that loss, it kind of put fuel to the flame. So, I was ready to go.
Nice, thank you.